Really? Okay, well, as usual, you gotta give me a moment to set everything up. This garbage is not a struggle, alright? Alright. That said, I have to put in the Wi-Fi password so much because the Chromebook screws up with the Wi-Fi that I have it memorized to put in the name and password. Like, as WRTP would say, that's what the fuck does. Haha, Kappa. Okay. But, should just be a quick that then. But yeah, as you can see, I have played offline some because, well, not offline as in no internet, but, you know, not on video. Just gotta let this load. Oh yeah, and I went under the die for this character, so, okay, well, why does it, I thought I unequipped that, but we'll have to take that armor back off. Because I have it set to not show that, but I guess it messed up, so. Airline, settings, 144, okay, there we go. Now just gotta, I hate how you have to exit out of that just to, okay. That'll be good though. Switch. Nintendo Switch, haha. Which, honestly, I probably would have bought a Nintendo Switch if it was actually powerful and it wasn't, like, basically a Game Boy Advance. Like, bruh, come on. Nintendo needs to step it up and make their consoles more powerful, on par with everything else. Because watch, like, this next coming gen, they'll probably come out with a new console, and they'll be like, it's almost as powerful as the PS4, and it's like, are you kidding me? Because if Nintendo would actually come out with, like, a console that was on par with PS5 and the new Xbox, I'd probably get that instead of those, if we're being honest. Not that I have decided to get either of the other ones, but I'm just saying, if Nintendo would actually put effort into their console hardware, instead of being like, haha, the Japanese all buy the handhelds no matter what, it could be shitty, they'll still buy it because they're stupid, oh cool. And then Nintendo makes a ton of money, and I'd rather have them just make another Wii, because even though the motion controls are kind of cringe, you can still just, you know, take off the motion controls and use a regular controller for most of the games. But yeah, here, let me, how do you unequip this crap? Did it really not keep the color dye that we, are you kidding me? It kept the dye for our boomerang, but not our characters. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Are you serious? It didn't keep the dye for the character clothes. What kind of retarded derp? Like, I kind of just want to delete the game now. Not really, but it kept the dye we put on the boomerang, but it didn't keep the dye we put on the rest of our characters. You're garbage. You know, like, well, maybe it did, and we just have to. No, it just kept. Hold up. It kept that one. I guess just because we put the night thing on, it fucked up. We gotta redo this then. I mean, it shouldn't take too long to redo this. I don't know why the game didn't keep it. Like, kept the weapon in the, whatever. But, it shouldn't take too long to redo it. It's just annoying that you have to scroll all the way up here for this. Alright, I don't remember which one of these. Oh, we know the purse thing we made purple. Like a darker purple. Alright. Yeah, we'll just do this right quick. Because like, we'll just not put that stupid night costume back on. In fact, we'll probably just take it out of our inventory permanently. So. Oh, that's that thing, so. I like how it cycles to the colors, even though we didn't even fucking hover over that color. Like, okay. But we gotta make that black. We gotta scroll up here. Alright, that's that. Alright. Now we gotta. Oh, wait, which one is. Oh, that's that. Alright. So we make that black as well, and then we make every. This is probably the trim, yeah, then we do this with the cyan. Okay, why is it like not coming up? Hold up. Like, why is that not coloring well? Whatever. Who cares? Alright. Alright, so this is the middle thing, so we make this, what is going on? Like, why is it being weird? I know because we have, like, the brightness turned up on my, like, TV. Like, oh, why is that fucking purple? Like, are you kidding me? Alright, we'll just go with that. Oh, wait, no, that's a lie. Wait, what color was... Alright, there we go. Which one? That's the outline, so... That's outline for black. And then... This... Also black. Or... Yeah, actually that does look good, I can't lie to you, Chiefy. But yeah, I don't know why the game like took away the dye except for on our weapon. So I just gotta do this garbage right quick. But whatever. Oh yeah. Oop. Oh, and I highly recommend if you come back to the game to do your dye crap right away, because it literally gives you the free palette to do any colors you want. And then it stays. Well, apparently, if you don't fucking equip garbage. Whatever. Okay, what is this? I don't... Oh, it kept the dye for that. I don't even know what that is, if I'm going to be honest. Or what this is. Like... I don't even know... I'm not seeing where this is changing. But we'll just make it pink and black, I guess, to fit everything. Right click, and then this is... Oh, these are the shoes. Those stayed. We made them like gold with black because it looks kind of cool. But there's our character with the drip. We got like the cyan, the black, and the pink. The black hair. Gold boots, so whatever. We're just gonna, you know what, actually what we're gonna do, inventory, where's this garbage? Remove. Yes, get that out of our inventory, bud. I'm not gonna worry with that crap. Alright. But, well, the game gave us this crap, but look. Cannot be enhanced, so it's like, why, what's the point? It's not better than the thing we upgraded, so... And you can't even sell it. Or... I don't know, but... Yeah, as you can see, we're ahead of where we were. Because I have played offline and just, you know... ran through some of the story missions and stuff. And some of the side missions. 'Cause let's be real. Nobody really wants to sit and do any crap, you know? Alright. Bro, why were you stuck? Noise. Wayne, yeah. Sucker spelled it wrong, but next. I looked away. You think the pathing on the game is like this would be able to be smart enough to take you up this way? Oh yeah, and I watched the Jim Sterling review of Hideo Kojima. Ho ho ho! I mixed it up because that retard's name sounds similar to Ghost of Tsushima. Well, but yeah, he said it was actually pretty fun and good. So, not that I'm gonna buy it, but if I were to buy it, it would be if Cyberpunk turns out to be trash and then it's on sale during Black Friday. Then I might buy it. Because I found out you can actually run around with a bow and arrow instead of using the sword and stuff. So that would be how I would play Ghost of Tsushima, just run around with the bow. But yeah, our character's got some grip. Like, look at that. That's nice aesthetic. Alright. You gotta do this right quick. I think you're not paying attention to the story at all. And yes, I'm aware we do have stones. We could upgrade the weapon we have right now. But since we haven't, because the game literally keeps giving us weapons. What is that? Like this, that literally can't be upgraded. But, I don't know. That sounds a lot of crap anyway. Well, alright. Why is it not jumping? I like pushed X, I don't even know how many times. I realize we have the Black Spirit gift thing to get, but we're gonna run to this next mission first. CDL thoughts? Well, I watched maybe like the last 3 well, I watched all the matches that were on today. There were 3 matches, I think. Yeah, it's pretty funny. The London Royal Ravens choked really hard against the Paris Legion. It's like, come on, man. I mean, we all know the London Royal Ravens are like one of the absolute worst teams. They literally only made it to 1 final, and it was just because they got really lucky. Like, they're pretty much all terrible on that team. Like, Waskin is pretty much the only good player on that team. Like, everybody else is trash. Like, last year, everybody, like, hyped up Dylan just because he had, like, 1 good game. And suckers are like, oh yeah, he's gonna be a beast, and then his team's trash, and he's trash this year. Like, whatever. Like, sucker tops damage leaderboards. That's because he just runs in brain dead and hopes he gets kills. And turns out that caused them to choke and not win. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, we were supposed to climb up here. We might as well just do this because you had to climb the ladder to do it. We had Dallas Empire. That was like the easiest. Like, what teams were even in that tournament that were even good? Like Florida, but they didn't show up. Probably due to both the meta change and the fact that they weren't at the last event, so they kind of weren't up to prep, if that makes sense. Why does it keep doing that? Alright. Reach 100 energy. No idea what that means, but whatever. Alrighty, so side missions. Okay, those are just the ones that are the character ones. We just pretty much ignore because, let's be honest, it's not really. In this game, you can actually jump off of stuff like this, and your character doesn't. Well, that wasn't really that far of a jump, but we didn't even take damage. But you can actually jump off of stuff and not instantly just die, like in Elder Scrolls Online, where you jump off one little thing and your character's dead. Like, come on, man, that's so stupid. How many times do I have to push square? Like my character. It's kind of annoying how, even though you push the attack button, half the time your character doesn't actually do it. But yeah, we're not going to upgrade our weapon anymore, because I know the one we have is still clearly doing good damage. As well as whenever we get another one that can actually be upgraded, it will definitely be better. So, no reason to waste more. Right now, if we get something new, we just get to tier 7, because up to then, it's a 100% chance to upgrade. This character's attack is actually better than I thought it would be. It actually is an AoE. Fortunately, I wish like that hop ability went farther, but and I do like how the game has an obvious quest marker like that. Oh, we gotta get 60 of these suckers. Oh wait, that's the main. Oh, that. That's the main mission, though. But I mean, how? Wrong button. Or just freak it and go turn these. Well, actually, maybe. I guess, because this is probably when you turn into the black spirit. I wish more of the enemies would cluster up, though, you know, and actually attack sometimes when you're doing missions. I don't know what that. I guess that's another person. It just wasn't loaded in, so I'm like, okay. Well, yeah, and also apparently DSP was already unbanned. He was literally only banned for like 7 hours. So, I mean, I just heard that. I don't know if it's true that he already got unbanned or not, but I'm sure whatever he did was just something stupid. If he was already unbanned after 2 hours. And by the way, that crappy attack regens mana, which is why. Because the passive mana regen, at least right now, is really bad. And it was bad on the other characters as well, so it's something we didn't want to do. So. And I realize we are unlocking weapons. Oh, I mean, weapon skills and stuff. In the current juncture, there's no reason to bother with any of that because we can use this and basically smoke out literally everything, including bosses. Remember when we were playing as the archer and we struggled to beat some of the bosses because its attack power was crappy? Well, this character so far does not have that issue. Plus we have this, which gives us a heal over time. You heal 300 every 5 seconds, and as you can see, we have 1820 health, so that's pretty significant. And I'm pretty sure you can upgrade that. We might be able to upgrade it already, but I haven't looked, so. There's not really much reason to waste time going through the abilities yet, though, so it's whatever. It doesn't really matter. Oh, I didn't even put new shot in the video title, but whatever. I forgot to do that. Because I changed up the title, because the last one was talking about when PSP was banned, but... I forgot to do that. Alright, objective complete. Or that. Well, that's one thing we need to check. Okay, Sucka, I'm trying to check our pet food level, my guy. What are you doing? Because I know it was kind of getting low. Oh yeah, we should probably just do that now. Speedo, I can't even... I have the brightness too far up because during nighttime in this game it's really dark, so I can't even tell how much food is left. I know we have a lot because we bought a lot. But, okay, so that's already marked. Hold up, I just need to... I was just in email. Alright. So sometimes I'll check that crap. It's just... Well... back. And that says like level 38 on those quests. I wonder if that's just because that's the level we were when we picked it up. Like, we're never going to use potions, my guy. So, we'll get rid of those whenever we go back to another vendor. Which I wish this game had more, you know, vendors at these spots where you can just sell crap. It's like there's a spot right here where you accept the quests, but there's not like a, unless this guy is one. See, there's no like vendor sitting here where it's like, oh, okay, let me just sell this crap. If you want to sell stuff, you have to literally go off on a big adventure back to one of the main cities, which is kind of stupid. But... What is this crap? Alright. Oh, they just clog up your inventory with all this garbage. Like... That's why I haven't opened that, like, gift thing, because it's like, why would I do that when... It's just gonna fill my inventory with garbage. Okay, did it not automatically... The game didn't automatically switch. Nintendo Switch. Shoutouts to WRTP. Also, shoutouts to the Nintendo Switch 2, coming soon. I actually work for Nintendo, so I know that. It's just gonna be a Nintendo Switch, but it's gonna be more powerful. Unfortunately, though, like I said, Nintendo is lazy and stupid, so it's gonna only be as powerful as a PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. It's not gonna compete with the new gen, unfortunately. But Bruh, what are you doing? Just jump off. Like, see, we barely took damage. Oh, but my character will attack there when I don't. It doesn't matter. But yeah, you'll see. I wonder what boss this is. I don't know. If you pick the different, there's different routes you can take in the story. The game offers different storyline choices. This one we took this time was one where you get mostly kill quests. I remember this thing. I'm gonna stand here and tank. Why is my character glitched out? That's weird. My character's like momentarily glitched out there and went. That was funny. We were like clipped inside of the boss. That was weird. And this sucker's just walking through the ruins like. Okay. But yeah, see how easy that boss. Alright. But yeah, I guess we could show off the pets right quick. Here's Richard. He came because when I got this game, it was when they had a giant sale, and the deluxe edition was only like $3 more than the regular, and you got $20 worth of the in-game pearls. So I got that edition, and that edition came with Richard. And then the game, when you go through the story, you get Barkle. Well, you can name the pets, whatever. And then the game randomly gave us a Rito and Zelda for whatever reason, not story related. And then Dinroll is our golden tier 3 dragon pet, which is the thing we used the pearls on because there's nothing else in the pearl shop worth getting. And he's cool, and because when you got the dragon pet, it was an RNG chance to either get a gold or black one, and we wanted a gold one, which we got, and then it gives you random tier 1 to 4. We got tier 3, which the pet tiers don't really matter at all. I don't remember what they do. I know it's something, but it's basically insignificant. It doesn't like make them look different or anything. It's just kind of like a flex that the number on the screen is higher, which literally is stupid. But I do think the pet was cool, and I mean, what else are you going to spend the free currency on, you know? Because I guess the game does give you like that, whatever the in-game currency is that you get for just playing. Not the silver or gold or anything, but like, see, when you go to the pearl shop, like that bottom left L thing that says 2100, yeah, you get for just playing the game and logging in and stuff. But that's, oh yeah, the loyalties. But like, look at this crap. There's nothing on here worth even getting. Like, it's just storage expansion, extra XP scroll. I mean, I guess the XP scroll is really the only thing you would ever get. Then a random dog pet, and then just garbage for skins for the different characters, expansion, storage expansions, like none of these are even relevant, that guy. Like, none of this garbage is... It's kind of stupid. Like, and here, I'll look at these, because, I don't know, sometimes suckers want to... I don't know, I don't think they have any, like... specialty one out right now, like the dragon that we have. But flexing on them. Alright. Oh yeah, we named our characters after stuff from the Zelda series because we were role-playing as Link with the Archer character, but now that character's trash. But it doesn't matter. Well, Richard is after Wings of Redemption, but all the other ones are from... Actually, no, I think I looked it up, and Richard was actually a name of one of the dogs in Zelda as well. But it was more so after Wings of Redemption. But yeah, those are our pets. The only, as you saw, like, I don't know why the game randomly gave us that little wizard one that one time. I just like looked at our inventory and it was there, and I'm like, well, I mean, it's cool. But the golden dragon is definitely the coolest one, because in this game, the pets, unlike in other games, are actually something you kind of want to get. I mean, you get them for playing at the story anyway, but because they pick up stuff, and that makes, you know, farming and actually just going through the game way easier, because you never have to actually stop and like push X to pick stuff up. Your pets just automatically do it. Because I've literally never had to experience being like, oh, well, kill all these enemies, gotta sit there and push X for 5 minutes. Nope, the pets just yoink everything up. Oh yeah, and 5 is the max amount of pets you can have out at once. You can of course have more than 5, but you can swap. Because I think let me see something. How do you... Is there a way to just like look at... Because I think we have like one extra pet from something, but I'm not gonna fucking sit there and wait, you know? Just who cares? Because the pets are kind of just like a flex thing, but I mean they also... What is going on? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We just do that and knock that on the wall. Because we have, I think it's back to the part where all the different choices you could have made for what missions you want to do converge back together, because I remember this part when we were playing through as the Archer. But yeah, I would highly not recommend playing as the Archer, because it's honestly, well, I guess they might have fixed the connections and stuff, but it was like really bad. And honestly, its abilities aren't really that fun, if I'm going to be completely honest. I do wish like these enemies had levels and stuff to make it easier. And as we all know, once you reach level 56, things get like real brazy when you level up, and it literally takes forever. I mean, once you get to 56, I believe it is, you can equip literally every single weapon and gear piece in the game. So, it's not as aged, you know? It's not like, oh, you gotta do dummy grinding just to equip. Nope, you actually can just... Well, the grind from 55 to 56 was kind of aged, but it only took, I don't remember, not that long. Okay, what is going on? I think the game just like... Yeah. Alright, let me... Inventory slots. Look at all this garbage, because... Wait, is this a... Alright, we'll just use that. Oh, guess not. I thought that was like a... Because we actually have just been randomly using the buff things that they give us, but it doesn't seem that. There's Eddie there. Alright. Alright, yes, I do realize we should be... Like, I hate how you have to... I had to push square several times there. Like 8 or 9 before it actually... Game registered, oh, this person wants to actually use an ability. Oh yeah, and another benefit to not using the mounts is that when you just randomly sprint with your character, it works toward leveling up stamina, which is not only useful for running around, but in combat, so... Yeah, we're not gonna do that. I tried, well, we fought one of those Dark Rift enemies before, but they're like really high level. We do enough damage to eventually kill it, but if we kite around, we could just keep healing if we needed to, but it's kind of a waste of time because I'm sure you don't really get much from it, if we're gonna be honest. So, like, nice invisible wall, so, or just because of the pop and loading. And I hate how this crap just pops up, like. I don't know why. Talk to Norma. Okay. Norma Burns.
Do not hesitate.
Hey everybody. Reverend Burns here. Time to eat some.
Giving help is like looking
Twinkies. That video is hella old. I highly recommend. It probably still come up if you just go to YouTube and search "Fat Guy Eats Twinkie." And it's the one from Reverend Burns. It's just like a really fat guy, really close to the camera, going, "What's up, guys?" And he like jiggles his fat and stuff. And then he oh man, I think I still follow him. He used to stream a little bit, but not recently, from what I've seen. But that's definitely a classic on the YouTubes. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I got randomly lets us actually move kind of quick with this one, and with that other one we had to deliver, it didn't. So I don't know. I wish I knew what all those things down at the bottom meant. I know the one is the XP thing, because every day when you log in, you can either get 1 hour of 200% extra XP or 2 hours of 150. And it's like, I'll just go with the 2 hour one because who cares, you know? Because unless you're actually getting on just to straight up grind XP, the 200% one isn't really worth getting. But like, if you were to actually want to just grind XP, you would get on for like that 1 hour a day for the 200%. Especially if you were still on the double XP server, because they fixed the frame rate on the double XP servers so you can actually, you know, play the game. But boy,
within the castle. Let's go straight home, Mother. There are a lot of professional painters within the castle. Let's go straight home,
boy,
Mother.
you look like a mop.
Oh, Mother, do we have to come here?
I was trying to get it.
There are a lot of professional painters
Okay, why is the game still, like, repeating the same voice line, like, 50 times in a row? Like,
how could I survive on farming?
I understand you don't want to, you know, put effort into the NPCs in an MMORPG game. Because who cares? But that's just AIDS. But yeah, it's actually worth to just sprint everywhere because you level. I don't even know. Is there even like luck, movement, attack speed? I'm just curious because there's that alchemy. I was just curious if there was a spot that shows you your sprint level. But well, here's this crap. That, oh, is that an actual? There's an actual event going? Is that like an actual in-game event, or is that just the boost for the server? I don't know. So that is an actual XP event. It's kind of like crazy that you're getting that and the server XP bonus and the 2-hour bonus, like. But, and you could get an XP scroll going, but we're not doing that because there's no reason to waste those unless you are actually grinding XP and you actually know you like the character. Because that's why we never used any of that crap on the archer, because I knew it probably wasn't gonna end up being that nice or that interesting. But yeah, I don't know how long we're gonna play tonight, but it's only 8:20, so we'll see. Oh yeah, and I did, because I had to like delete some stuff to make room for other games and whatnot, but we have Neverwinter back downloaded. So I momentarily deleted it because Elder Scrolls Online had an update and I had to make room for the update, which I don't know, for whatever reason that game is like Modern Warfare, or it's like, oh, the update is 5 gigabytes, but you have to have 50 gigabytes open on your hard drive to be able to view the update. It's like, really? That makes no sense. But why is there a random invisible wall? But I'm glad they did fix the frame rate in this game, because that was the biggest killer why I didn't keep playing it. Because the frame rate on the double XP servers were just atrocious, and it's like, I don't feel like grinding it out until we get to, I don't remember what level you get to, and then it kicks you off the double XP server no matter what, because you either get 30 days or... Okay, what are we even supposed to do? I didn't even look at the thing. Find Clem, alright. Whoa, Clem, I don't know where you're at, Chief. Hold up. Let's see where our boy Clem is. Alright. Clementine! Nice reference to the Choose Your Own Adventure Walking Dead game, which I actually got for free on Xbox 360, like the first season, and I played a little bit of it, but it was actually boring and terrible. As though, I know, I say that as we just played and really enjoyed Until Dawn, but Until Dawn was actually good, and that game was just trash and generic and very predictable. Now with Until Dawn, it's like, oh, that's what it's supposed to be, you know? But then The Walking Dead takes itself serious and is like, please take this serious and care about these characters, and it's like, that's cringe. With Until Dawn, it's just kind of like, oh, you don't like this character? Make the choice so they die. Or you like this character? Make the choice so they live, and do whatever. And then we did the playthrough where we got the trophy where they all live. Unfortunately, though, like the, what character was it? The one that turned, well, not the Hannah character, but the Josh character that turns into a Wendigo. Unfortunately, there's no choices you can make in the game to stop that from happening. So, but he does live just as a Wendigo. And unfortunately, it doesn't show like whether the Hannah Wendigo dies in the explosion at the end or not. But, I don't know. I like to think not, but I don't know. It was like, that was kind of cool at the end where like the Hannah Wendigo comes in and just wrecks all the other ones. Well, not all the other ones, but some of them. Alright, attack mode. Hold on. This is the Ghost of Tsushima DLC where you get a boomerang. Apparently there's a giant monster somewhere in this area. Probably one of those Dark Rift ones. Which we don't have to worry about too much. I mean, we're not going to attack it, but if it attacks, it's not like it's going to kill us with one hit or anything. Imagine if Wizard 101 had combat like this game instead of like the turn-based stuff. I mean, obviously they wanted to make that game turn-based because that's easier for little kids to do, you know? Because like it's timed in the turns, but it's not like you have to fully pay attention all the time where your character dies from a mob. But speaking of the mobs in that game though, hold on, what are these? Ranged magic? I really don't know which is which, who cares? I'm good. Alright, just gonna double check to make sure. Yeah, I haven't really been any side missions recently. We do need to. Well, we still got a lot of inventory slots. Wait, what did this do? I mean, we might as well just use it. Who cares, you know? Just use the potion. It's not like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not really that good of a potion, you know? So it's like, you might as well just use it to use it. Get it out of the inventory. But actually get at least a little benefit. I don't even know if our character's attacks are magic or not. So, probably not, if we're being honest. But, whatever. But yeah, this game is basically Skyrim, except actually good. Got him. But when I say that, obviously Elder Scrolls Online is actually, well, I'm not going to say it's better, but I'll say Elder Scrolls Online end game is probably better than, because in this game the only end game is the world bosses.
Everything is getting worse with the petrifying disease, but there still is hope.
So I don't know.
All the nurses are
This game's big
volunteers.
selling point is the fact that there's a ton of different classes and they're all really different and they can all be really good. And there's kind of like tiers in the different aspects, but like if you go on Reddit, people are like, oh my goodness, like this game is different. Yeah, all the characters can do anything, and yeah, none of them are better than it. Like, well, you get on. And then when, oh, the Wi-Fi messed up. Well, we might have to, so the chat disconnected. But, yeah, I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm just going to leave it. If it comes back on, it comes back on. But, yeah, and then you'll see, like, the Reddit post where it's somebody asking, like, what are the top DPS characters, or what's the best support character, or what's the best tank, and people are like, well, yeah, they're all the same, and then it's just they don't even just give a straight up answer when it's blatantly obvious that there are better choices for each. Like, come on. But suckers like to pretend that their game is somehow different than every other MMORPG somehow. Just because you don't have, suckers will be like, oh, the game doesn't have a dedicated healer class, it's different. Like, leave it alone. That's what Path of Exile tried to do, where they're like, we're different because there's no healer character. And it's like, that just makes your game garbage. Trash. Because personally, that's why I only played a little bit of Path of Exile, as you saw, and then the highest I ever went was getting an Ascendant to level 60. And after that, it was just boring. Because I don't really find straight up DPS characters in MMORPGs to be interesting. And basically, no character in that game can be support. You can have a tank, but that's not really that interesting. But yeah, the Wi-Fi fucked up, so as I've said several times before, I don't know why our character randomly did a weird extra attack there, but yeah, hold up, I'm gonna try to fix this right quick. I'm not gonna like, it's so obnoxious that it just messes up constantly. But like I was saying, I've said before, I highly recommend never buying a Chromebook because the Wi-Fi on it fucks up a lot. So, and unfortunately I had to buy one because I just needed something cheap and real quick. But yeah, I would highly recommend not buying a Chromebook and just getting a regular cheap laptop. One with an Ethernet port probably, because the Chromebook, at least the one I have, doesn't have one. Alright, well it's messing up still, so let me...
You will need something to protect your face. At least we're ahead if there's nothing better.
Oh, Black has well not predicted the virus outbreak. So YouTube be like, unmonetized for saying the virus. Like, shut the fuck up. I can't even monetize anything anyway. Because we actually do have the time watch required, but we don't have, because you have to have 1,000 subscribers to be able to monetize. But I mean, if we ever would get to that, I'm probably, not even gonna be doing this dumb crap or even be around on YouTube or Twitch or Twitter anymore. Maybe like rarely or some crap. But because honestly right now, who cares? Like most of the streamers I used to watch either don't stream anymore or aren't really that funny or good anymore, if we're being honest. I guess it's just one of those things where a lot of streamers are only actually good when you first gotta type this in. Alright. Are only really good when you are getting used to them or like just find them and you're like, oh, they're pretty funny and interesting, and then you realize every stream is just the same thing over and over and over, and they say the same jokes over and over and over, and they never talk about anything new, and if they do, it's about news, and they're just retards and don't understand anything. They're like, oh, you see the thing trending on Twitter, and that's what they'll talk about, and then they'll think that there's some like crazy, unique, creative stream. And I'm just like, no, they're just very generic garbage. I should purposely try to be generic cringe garbage. That's what we do sometimes, just to like purposely be kind of like a parody, I guess, of people. Because I've did videos like that before where I just like randomly put the red arrows on the video card thing. Like all the idiots that do that because they can't actually attract people to their video without random red arrows and crap. It's like your videos are just brain dead trash, so brain dead idiots are gonna click on it no matter what, you know? Like if you do like Fortnite, what do they call it? Like fashion show or whatever. It'll be like Fortnite fashion show, and it'll show like some stupid warped Fortnite character face in the thing with like really bright colors, and it'll be like 2 billion views, and it's like, well, a lot of the time getting a lot of views, not all the time, but majority of the time, it's just a sign of playing to the lowest common denominator of your average fucking retard. So, what are we even supposed to do? Investigate this thing? Because your average person objectively does not have the ability to think or be creative or have an inner voice, so. Is there like another thing over there on that marker? I guess we just go up right here. Bruh, okay. But yeah, that's why, because your average person enjoys, you know, just watching absolute drivel. Or they'll watch someone like Asmongold and then be like, oh my goodness, he's so cool and smart and talks about interesting whatever, and it's like, okay. I actually did, not gonna lie though, I did follow Asmongold like a few days ago. Just to, you know, kind of keep a, I don't know what you want to call it, like a stem into the World of Warcraft community, I guess. And I guess he's kind of just like so cringe that it's kind of funny, I guess, at least for the time being. Because he was like literally starting controversy on the stream talking about whatever, because people would like donate and he would literally read it no matter what. But obviously he just does that for attention. It's pretty obvious when somebody does stuff for attention and when they're actually just doing it because it'd be the difference between like it would be like the difference between Eric July and then Asmongold. Because Asmongold is kind of just like a spurgy weirdo who just does stuff because you know it'll get him views and whatever. And then Eric July actually just, you know, isn't a retard like Asmongold. Because you've probably seen like okay, defense up, and then I always go with that. Fuck it. Because I don't know if he's the one that makes those videos, but like I've seen them in the recommended, not recently, but back in the while ago. They'd be like, Asmongold gets mad because he doesn't have as many mounts as another player. They're just like him making a degenerate retard face in the video preview. That's why I would never click on any of the Gary's mod streams or anything. Just because, strictly due to the fact that the game's like preview thing on Twitch was just a morphed retard face. So it's like I'm not clicking on any garbage like that, my guy. And that's like straight up like elementary school attraction thing. Or it's like, haha, funny face on game. I want to click on it. And then the adults who have no concept of thought or creativity click on it and be like, haha, this game's so funny and good. It's like, bruh. And those are the same people that think Death Stranding is a masterpiece. Like, that's a yes for me, GPG. Like, those are the same people who would say that, like, Harry Potter and Star Trek or whatever are actually good and not just blatant garbage rip-offs of Lord of the Rings. Trash. I'm talking about the book, by the way, not... Well, you can throw the movie in there too, but... Yeah. Imitated, but not replicated. Close. Bro, I'm trying to push RB. This sucker, why are you running? Whatever, man. But yeah, your average person, yeah, that's just it. But you can't eat too much because there's nothing you can do. You know, you can't like just somehow randomly gain the ability to think. Or creativity. You can't randomly gain that through whatever. Because most likely, like your average state worshiper or whatever, is going to probably be like that their whole life. If they don't have the ability to think. And that's why whenever you come across people like that, like their whole debate tactic is to just make up definitions and then appeal to emotion. That's how you know somebody doesn't have an actual inner voice. And then when you... and then what's even funnier is when you explain to them that that argument is a non-argument and it's not using logic, they like poop their pants and they're like, oh my goodness, that's wrong. It's like there was one guy we were talking about, like UPV and stuff. And he just couldn't comprehend that it reimagines like the quote definition of morality and was objective because he was just incessantly saying like that's not the definition and crying, and it's like not an argument. Because he even admitted that there was no logical flaw in it. He just didn't want to, you know, admit that he was an idiot. But as soon as you see someone strictly relying on making up definitions or words and crap, instant retard, you know? And not the smart kind of retard, like the put a bullet in your head kind of retard, you know? Well, I mean, that's just the nature of the human mind. just has to create, you know, literally anything to make it not feel cognitive dissonance or anything. Like the brain will literally just make up any excuse no matter what. Or just like run away. Or not answer. It would be like one major example would be like gun control and stuff. There's no argument for it, or no logical argument for it exists, because if it did, you would be arguing for slavery anyway. So. And that's why people just can't comprehend. And because you compare the two, and then because they're both involuntary action, and then they just like poop their pants and then start making excuses. Then you ask them to make an argument from logic, and then they either shut up or do nothing. It could be like, make an argument for it from logic, and then they either say nothing, name call, or appeal to emotion like you just said not to, but they still do it because they have no actual reasoning. It's quite simple, actually. I mean, speaking of like UPB, even recently I went. Some guy I follow on Twitter was talking with some people, and they were like, "Oh, libertarians don't have morality or whatever," and then I responded that we actually have UPB, the only secular objective ethical standard that in the context of debate can't be argued against. But and the guy that we follow each other, he liked and retweeted, but then the guy I sent it to didn't ever respond, because I mean suckers just freeze up and their brains shut off. Because your average person can't logically defend their own beliefs. Whatever. Your average person is literally just a parasite, and then there are people that think they're not average, but then they are actually just fucking retards. Like the quote intellectual YouTubers or what you want to call it. You know, like that Vosh guy or whatever. Yeah, he should probably put a bullet in his head. Like, it's honestly cringe seeing the like fake intellectuals that like debate other fake ones. And like one of the two sides think they're like the actual one, but then neither of them are. And it's just a giant cringe fest. It's like the level of cringe is on par with like asking Peter Schiff about Bitcoin. Second will be like, no, Bitcoin's bad, but buy gold. And then it's like, well, gold's the same price it was 10 years ago now, but you're saying buy gold. Why is it not? Okay, whatever, that guy's glitched out. Or either that or the game's making it so only that guy can attack. I don't know. That does happen sometimes, so like the game will glitch out and random and it will be invincible for whatever reason. Why? I really don't know. But I like the death sounds on those enemies. But yeah, because those are like the same type of people that would say Death Stranding is like some creative, unique crap. I keep clicking that because I don't know if like a new one is there or not, because like even though you come in here and do this, like I realize it says level 45, but you would think it would take the notification for it away, but whatever. Saw that, by the way. But I don't know. Suckers is really dumb. And suckers just get trolled so easily, like, come on, man. Why did it go, hold on. I somehow accidentally went full screen for some reason. Yeah, it is kind of funny though, I won't die. How easy it is like to just troll idiots. Because they're like so retarded and sparky. Oh, I didn't even activate on the right character.
Princess Oza's curse? Is there really such a thing?
Like suckers will like poop their pants and then
You want to establish a node?
be like,
here?
oh my goodness,
You
I
will
have to
connect
retweet
with
this because...
Oza.
Yeah, we're like, come on, man. Like suckers will literally... That's another funny thing, like when they don't have an argument, but they'll retweet it and be like, this guy is dumb, but then they don't have an actual reason or argument behind their belief. KEKW? But like my favorite is when people are like, move to Somalia, and you don't like it, which is essentially don't like it, and then you'll be like, so if a husband assaults his wife, you would say, oh no, that's technically not assault, because she could leave, like when you're talking about back taxes or theft. That's pretty funny. Because people will be like, why don't you don't like it, leave, move to wherever. And then you point that out, and then they will, that's what
My name is Tina.
made me realize Modern Africa was a fucking retard who should probably just
My daughter, Oza.
My sister's name is Fiora.
put a bullet
Otherwise
right
called
between his
Oza.
eyes or something.
Only after...
Because it was funny, because he
months
brought that up. He's
did
like, you can move out of the country at any time. And then I
The king
was like, would you say that to a husband? I mean, a wife who was beat by her husband? Like, it's not assault because you can leave. And then he was like, oh, that's a... And then he just basically backed out of it and then pushed out and said like, oh, well, I'm going to stop responding because... Yeah. Which is basically the way of saying that he's a fucking absolute brainlet retard.
My name is Oza.
But
The Lord told us to
what are we
refrain from
supposed to
My
do?
sister's name is...
I think I remember this part. Talk to woman Marco Faust.
My name is Tina. No.
What?
My name is Oza. My sister's name is Fiori, otherwise
Oh, I'm
called
trying to...
Oza.
Because I saw the name of it.
Look at the Grand Sartor. See the sturdy stone walls.
My name is
Kept
Oza.
will never fall.
What is going
My
on?
sister's name is Fiori.
The Lord has taken ease.
Otherwise called
Yeah, that's why
Oza.
Modern Africa was a fucking retard. But
My life belongs to
why
the
was the
Lord.
thing over the other character?
Humans will all disappear one day, right?
It's no different from the Lord giving
Alright,
us a
keep it
new
cheap.
life.
But I remember this part from the
Take this one.
other character.
We'll be all right. The Lord is looking after us.
Otherwise called Oza.
The Lord is taking
Well, it's kind of funny when suckers do that crap.
My name is Tina.
Because they start out, they think, they come in thinking like, yeah, this
My
is so
sister's name is
smart, I'm
Fiori,
so smart.
otherwise called Oza.
And then they just freeze up and say nothing because They have no actual logical retort. Pushing the button. That's just how it goes, my god. Cause suckers are. What the heck is going on? Alright. Alright. The suckers are mostly all fucking dumb as shit. Let's just be honest.
My sister's
And then there's a
name
lot
is
of
Fiore, otherwise called
the majority of people that think they're smart, but they're actually fucking 80 IQ retards that should pretty much just kill themselves.
My sister's name is Fiore, otherwise called Oza.
So, let's just keep it honest.
No, my name is Oza.
I'm trying to see, because it looked like there was another side mission there, but there's not. Wait, was that even a side mission? No, I don't know. But yeah. And then another way to tell that somebody's a retard is, speaking of like the made-up terms and stuff, anybody who uses any, Oh, is that you that just followed Iconic Villains 120? I didn't catch the full name that followed, but I just saw that. I mean, you can send me a friend request if you want, because I accept all friend requests. But, yeah, that's another way to tell people are stupid when they just start using dumb, retarded, made-up terms that they think are intelligent. Like anything, like the people that use, what is that one term? Like, suckers will say like post, not postmodernism, but post, Oh wait, no, that's not post something, it's, people that use the term late stage capitalism, if you use that term, just put a bullet in your head because you have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. Because if you hear someone use that term, you instantly know they're a fucking retard. That should just kill themselves. But that's just one of the many different terms. Because suckers just make crap up. It's just one of the many terms that over the years people have made up to try and sound intelligent. And they just literally don't understand that when it comes to capitalism, it's literally just free trade when things are privately owned. So like if a sucker sells something at a garage sale to you voluntarily, that's capitalism. Nothing to do with the state, but people just make up bullshit because they know their own personal belief requires a state. So they have to pin that on somebody else because they know that theirs requires it. So they just try to dodge that crap. And then your average, because there's this one well, I guess he was kind of like an ANCOM that I was talking to on Twitter. And he was like, well, yeah, socialism just requires a community where there are machines that do everything humans don't want to do. And it's like, are you fucking retarded? Like, you really think there's gonna be machines that literally do every single thing ever? Like, please kill yourself, you know? Like, you've gotta be brain dead. Because I agreed with him on some stuff, because he was like, oh, it's a commune that's all voluntary. And you can leave at any time. It's like, oh, okay, I mean, that's fine. I vibe with that, but he was like, there's going to be no, what do you want to call it? Oh, what was the term he used? Not authority, but I can't even remember now. He was like, oh, there's going to be no, well, it was like no bosses, essentially, but no, I can't remember because it was so fucking stupid. And then I just proved him wrong, and he agreed that he was wrong anyway. no, freak, I can't remember the name of the term. Like no, whatever, well basically, I can't remember the name of the term he used, but basically meaning that nobody has any rights or privileges that somebody else doesn't have. And then he just contradicted himself right away because he said everything that would be decided would be put to a community vote. But then I brought up like, oh, what if the bridge builder doesn't want to make a bridge or thinks that the bridge is going to be a bad idea, but the majority want the bridge? And he said, well, since it's a voluntary society, then the guy who will build the bridge is the one who has the ability to decide whether or not that it gets built. So it's like that guy instantly has authority over the other people, and his vote matters more, and he has the special privilege of deciding whether or not it gets built. Nobody else has that privilege, because nobody else can build a bridge. So he instantly contradicted himself right away. I mean, I kept trolling him I trolled him for a while after that, though, but that's just to be a troll, because he instantly contradicted himself. But there, and I'll accept your friend request here in a second after we get out of this area where there's monsters and garbage right quick. But yeah, people, especially on Twitter, are so easy to troll because they're so fucking stupid. I'll accept this right quick, and then I'll accept Iconic Villain 120s. Well, I assume that was you sending a friend request anyway. But big ups. Alright. I'll accept that right quick. I don't know if you want to like join up and play this game, or you just randomly send in a friend request for something else, but okay. Alright, friend request accepted. Well, yeah, so I actually haven't really trolled many people recently, but you suckers are dumb. And like, oh man. Well, actually, I did troll that one person who like instantly responded like 30 seconds later. Like, that one was like such an obvious troll, but they still fell for it. Because it's funny, like the people that don't even take a moment to, you know, look at your bio. Like the one people will be like, you're just a right-wing Trump supporter, and then I'm like, my bio says voluntarist. Are you blind? Like, can you take a second to like look at somebody's bio on Twitter before you, you know, shit your pants? But from an Eminem song, I didn't even. Let me. It's probably not gonna show it again. Because I didn't even look. If I'm gonna be honest, I just clicked accept. Oh, the lucky you. However, I'm not gonna look at it. I don't know. Personally, I don't really look or listen to. Oh, our character is like getting wrecked, whoever. But I haven't really listened to much Eminem in quite a long time. I mean, I listened to his MGK diss track, but if I'm gonna be completely honest, like the lyrics, I'll give them that they're good, but like to listen to, that junk was trash. Like Kill Shot. Not saying, because MGK's track, I mean, it was better, but I'm not gonna say it was really that good either. I vibed with it more than Kill Shot. It's like, someone give me some clippers, this fucking bird is weird. Like, that's kind of cringe, but it's kind of funny at the same time. But lucky you, fuck you too. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know that many Eminem songs, to be honest. Like, right now I could only name a few. Like, obviously, Sly Claps, and then, there we go. I don't know, is that one just called Stan, I think? And I know there's one called White Trash Party, which I actually used to listen to because the beat on it was actually not bad. It was like, cool crap somebody! Something, something, White Trash Party! That was 8. Oh, and then there's the one, the slept on, transgender anthem song that Eminem, well, it's not an actual transgender anthem song, but I call it that. Like, there's one called Insane, where it goes like, I was born with a gift in my brain, yeah, fuck it. That song is, I guess technically it's kind of just cringe, but it's kind of funny if you think about it as a transgender theme song. But, and then there's what? Well, I know there's Berserk, but I don't know any of the lyrics for that. And then there's, obviously Rap God, but I don't know any of the lyrics from that either. But I mean, I used to listen, oh, and there's, what's that one called? I think it's just called FACK, like F-A-C-K, the one about like the germ bush. That one's AIDS, but... like his recent stuff, I guess that one's glitched out. I haven't really listened to any of it. Like the last album I fully listened to from him was the, okay, why are these enemies like all glitched out? Kind of weird. Yeah, the last one I listened to him fully was the one that had Insane on it. Which, that was like a long time ago. Because I remember when, I think it was Recovery, I remember when that came out, because I was at like my one friend's party, and he was like, oh, did you hear Eminem's new album? And he was like, oh, is that Relapse? And he's like, no, he came out with Recovery. And he's like, oh, no, I haven't heard that one yet. But that was like way back when Recovery just came out. I don't remember what year that was, but I don't know. I'm kind of rambling about it at this point. But... I don't know, I don't really listen to much rap, but when it comes to rap, I don't really listen to specific artists, I'm more specific songs, you know? Like on my current, well, I actually have a music playlist on my channel. It has like all kinds of stuff from every genre. But there's a lot on there, like, I like Akon, like a lot of his stuff's pretty good. That's honestly pretty much the only rapper where like a lot of his music is just pretty good. I also like Big Pun, but that's kind of a more of a, you gotta be in the mood, I guess. And then, what's his name? Tech Nine's actually pretty good. He's probably one of, like, top 3. When I would list my favorite rappers. But, and that's, like, top 3 that I actually enjoy, not, like, what an objective top 3 list would be. Like, objective top 3 would, obviously, like, number 1 for me would probably be Big Pun, and then, Jay-Z, and then whoever else third, I really don't know. Space is too small to summon. What is Black Spirit fat now? Fat ass. You know, Wings of Redemption Spirit, I guess. But oh yeah, it's past 9 o'clock. We're probably gonna get off here kind of soon. Might be back on later though. Look, I hate when the game does that crap. You're trying to just get the mission and then they aggro. Oops. But yeah, big ups if you wanna. Well, I mean, I don't know if you just like sent me a friend request just to do it, or if you wanna like play one of the games that I've played before. I don't know. But currently, we're on this game. We probably will play this game for a while when it comes to just whatever I want to do. But we might go back because we still haven't finished our Doom Eternal cheat code playthrough. But that's just one of those things that we'll get back around to because we already beat the game, so I'm not really super inclined to continue the cheat code playthrough, but I do want to eventually do it again because it's pretty cool. Because we were, what, like halfway through the game? Because when you're doing the cheat codes, it's like super quick. So, yeah, as you can tell, we're actually taking some damage now, but that's just because we literally haven't upgraded our gear at all. We haven't put one crystal into anything yet. Because until we need to, there's no reason to just do that. I'm going to be honest. We're putting crystals into our weapon, though. Well, not more until we get a new weapon, but... Or if this one gets, like, super irrelevant. But, as of right now, it doesn't seem like it's going to. Because we're already, like, super relevant. As compared to when we were at this part with the archers. So. Because I'm not gonna lie, the archer, yeah, its damage output was trash. Even after we upgraded it pretty much as much as we could at that point in the game. But I don't know. Why did it go like? I think YouTube's having a little weird moment. It like keeps randomly. Well, maybe there's something like wrong with my pad. Wow. Did we get to level 45 or what? I can't even tell because on my. Well, that's 46. Because on my TV, I have like a line going down, like right where the level is. It doesn't like disrupt the gameplay or anything, it just so happens to be right over where the number for our character's level is at. But yeah, it's almost 9:15, so we'll probably call it a day here after like this mission. We'll see what the next mission is. Because we might take a look at our abilities. We might be able to upgrade one of the ones we're using right now. So, I just wish the enemies were more clustered at this part. In a lot of these parts. But because the dots on the map make it seem like they're way closer than they really are, you know? At this point, like, that attack hasn't even been upgraded at all. Our, like, simple attack that regens mana on each hit. Alright, let's do this right quick. Oh, it's just a boss, so we'll just do this one right quick, too. Make sure there's nothing there. See how much we got in our inventory. Alright, we're gonna... Okay, what is that? Oh, that's... that crap we already... Ooh, random... IV necklace. Okay. Before we get off, though, we'll go to the nearest, vendor to sell a lot of this crap, so... we'll kill this boss right quick. Hold up right quick. Let's actually get our mana full right quick. Alright. But yeah, I would highly recommend this character. Well, if you like support characters or playing as healers. Because it's technically not a healer, but I mean, it's the closest this game has to a legitimate support character, and we haven't even really unlocked or used any of its nice camera abilities. Because we're literally only using the starter attacks, the one region mana and then the AoE with the boomerang. I wouldn't say tank. And I know this character, like, when this character is dodging, I think it has iframes. I think. At least that's what I'm not 100% sure. I know some of its dodges have iframes, but... Like, I was pushing left trigger there, but... I don't know, man. That doesn't matter. That was easy. Like, bosses as this character are way easier than the archer. Like, with the archer, you actually had to move. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna get off here soon. We might be back on later, though. So, we'll see. But I will do that right quick, see what that is. See, that's the thing. Oh, that is straight up better. That must be, that was a different thing then. But, let's see where the nearest, wrong thing, idiot. Okay. But, at least the game has this nice feature. You can just click nearby NPC and then scroll to whatever you need. Alright, this shouldn't be too far, because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the time, the distance on that map is more intimidating than it really is. Especially if you can just run straight to it instead of having to like go around mountains and crap. Or follow the actual on-map guide thing. See, why doesn't our character run this fast 100% of the time? Like, sometimes you're in certain areas and your character will be slow as crap. You know? But, I don't know. Is that, we might, actually, let's, I don't know, man. Let's just go around this way. I'm not going to deal with jumping down there, and then you got to deal with the game being just stupid. You got to find a spot that's quick. Because yes, swimming in this game is ungodly slow pace. So. Oh, nice random fence. Okay. Like. Okay. But go to like the closest spot to get across. And then, like, look how slow this crap is. Ah, I like how the pets just literally run on water. Come on, man. I like how it says you can go this way, but it's not really easily. Of course, he falls off. Like, just swim. You absolute whatever. You know what, I'm not going to waste this time. We're just going to click the escape button. Fuck it. I clicked escape. Hurry up. Alright. There's a lot of the time it'll actually put you in a good spot. Because swimming in this game is really slow. Like, I don't know why MMORPGs have a weird obsession with making swimming in them just so tedious and obnoxious. Like, just don't put water in your game if you're going to do that. Let's just be honest, you know? But, yeah, we're probably going to get off here soon. After this loads. It's funny, like, it loads, but then it'll start to pop and load. Because the game is really good. But yeah. Alright, it actually didn't take too long, but they're still popping loading. Let me just double check to make sure it stayed marking this instead of... Because knowing this game, it probably messed up. But it actually didn't. See, it actually said it's like way closer when we use the escape feature. And in this game, that feature doesn't charge you silver or gold or anything. Like in Elder Scrolls Online, if you get glitched somewhere, it's 100% the game's fault, but the game will charge you gold to take you out of it. It's like, really? Obviously, it's to, like, prevent spam of it, but like, come on, man. You're literally charging the player for the game messing up. But I mean, Elder Scrolls Online, there weren't really that many instances of stuff like that. Outside of that time I got glitched inside of the tent inside of that one raid. So I literally had to just turn the game off because it was 100% software. Oh yeah, this is the, which character is this?
Hello, this is Delphi Knight's castle.
Alright, I don't care, alright. Get rid of this. Keep that, keep that, keep that. Keep that. Might as well get rid of this. We're not going to use precision, like, get on. Get rid of the potions, which we do not need. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that, because it cannot be upgraded, because this game is retarded. It gives you weapons from missions that cannot be upgraded, like, where you get on. Alright. Get rid of that, because it's not a potion. Get rid of that. 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 What does this residue even do? Monsters to craft Dragon Slayer weapons. I guess we'll keep that in our inventory for now. Alright, cheapy cheap, so let's and they are not organized. But chickens do not what? They will not escape, and they are not organized. I know that's not exactly the quote from Chicken Run, but I remember that part. Slept on movie, Loki. I mean, I'm sure if you posted that on Twitter, you could get like 1 million likes to people like, oh my goodness, I remember that, and then they don't really remember it. They just click like because they want to feel part of it, or they like saw a VHS copy in a store or something back when it came out, or like at a friend's house or whatever. Or they like saw when the same person posted the same thing like a year ago and they just redo it. Because 99% of Twitter and the internet is just recopying crap. And then people still like it because they are normies and didn't see it when it originated. Alright, let's see how, if there's a close one of these. Nope, but like, why are those so few and far between? The game just needs to have one of each of those NPCs in every single city. Like, you're just pissing the player off. I mean, there's not really that many to turn in anyways. Whatever. Alright, we'll make sure the game actually is navigating towards that. And now we'll run towards it, but we're gonna get off here after we get over there. Level 47. Error 47. Who remembers that? That was back when I actually watched Boogie 298 and he wasn't a retard fraud. Huh. And if we're being honest, like, if you go back to his old videos nowadays, they're probably not funny at all, but it's just one of those things, like, when you're still, like, in middle or high school, it's like, oh, that's pretty funny. It's like some fat guy going, like, error 47. Or was it 47 or 37? Maybe it was 37, I don't know. Like the big World of Warcraft error where, like, nobody could log on. And then I like when there was the big issue where they were giving out, like, free codes for max level players, or you could get a free max level if, like, you made a new account or, like, came back after not playing for a long time, and people were, like, freaking out. Well, I don't remember if it was max level, but it was, like, pretty close at the time anyway. But yeah, then, I mean, Boogie 298 just stopped being funny, if we're being honest. Even because I stopped following way before the mob started to not like him. His last video of his I ever watched was his original Octodad video, like that first one he ever did before the game even came out, I think. Because he got like a, I don't know if it was a beta code preview thing, I don't know. But he was like showing it off for people to like want to buy. But yeah, that was the last of his videos I ever watched, but then before that I never really watched anyway. Only like some of the Francis ones. But and then like so many channels just started doing that copycat crap, like the fake rage and the fake console destruction and stuff. Like that McJuggernaut and Skyward's like, family destroys console collection or whatever. And then the guy like mows over it with the thing. And it's just like, come on, man. Oh, well, chat disconnected due to the Wi-Fi shutting. Well, the Chromebook fucking up, but we'll just turn this in, we're gonna get off anyway. But nice reference to the Lord of the Rings with this tree, I'm not gonna lie to you. But, right here is where we're gonna stop. For now, we're level 40, so we like went up almost 10 levels today. So I might get back on later, or I might just, what will most likely happen is I'll just play off a video while watching like another Twitch stream or something. So that's what'll most likely happen. But because it seems like we're leveling up super quick, so that like XP event must be an extra XP one too, on top of the extra XP server. But yeah, I might be back on video later, but most likely not. But big ups to everybody who came through, because I saw the number fluctuate up and down quite a bit. Big ups to Wirt, and big ups Iconic Villains 120. But like I said, I mean, he's probably not still here, but I don't know if you sent me a friend request to want to play a different game, or this one, or whatever, but you can hit me up whenever. Well, if I'm on whatever game you want to play, so. But if it happens to be Plants vs. Zombies, Battle for Neighborville, I'm not going to be back on that until the next month, because we already got this month's reward, and also already have 50 bulbs saved for next time. So. But yeah, that's all for now. Be out!